Ah, just another weird surprise on this stretch of the Chuck Keiper Trail. All right, here's another switchback taking us back the direction that we were going. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go alongside this creek now. This is not Yost Run, but this is something that flows into it. I have a feeling we're gonna cross this stream somewhere down there where we can get to the other side of this bluff and then start heading, kind of leftward. The term switchback, by the way, comes from railroading in the mid-1800s when, if you had to build a railroad, say, to the top of a hill to get, to a mining operation up there or something, you couldn't just go up the side of the hill because there's a maximum steepness that the railroad grade can have. And then you can't just sort of wind around the hill gradually going up it because it's not practical, because the turns would be too sharp or something. So the switchback was an invention that it works like they do on a trail. You go, let's say you're going up. You go up with whatever grade you can manage until you've kind of run out of hillside, and then have the train flatten out on the track, level out, and stop at the end of a sort of a spur. Then you have a connecting track that goes back the other way and continues up. And to get those tracks to line up with the spur would require pulling a switch. I mean, you might have seen it in movies or something, pulling a lever to slide the tracks from the second portion so that they're flush with the spur, and simultaneously move the tracks from the first segment away. Then you've stopped the train. Now you can have it go backwards because the engine can go forward or backward and either push or pull the cars. So the train would continue up the second portion, and then you just keep repeating that process as much as you have to make it to the top. But you have to switch the tracks every time. Yes, a little more level, but also kind of narrow and kind of jungly. This is why I don't wear shorts. Okay, lost my footing for a second there. But was ready to recover in the moment by feeling my steps. That's interesting. Those zigzags on the wood underneath this bark. I mean, those almost look like intentional designs. But are they? I doubt it. I think that's... We need a dendrologist. Dendrologist. Explain what's going on there. Okay. Moving on. I believe that's Yost Run down there. We got a bit of a rain delay, and it's mainly being caused by this big old tree here that's blocking the trail. And there's no good way around it. You could try climbing over it, crawling through it. You have to take your pack off to go through it. So I'm just taking a little break and check it out. I knew it'd be a good idea to bring bungee cords today. I've got my backpack hanging up here so that the bottom of it is off the ground. And I'm thinking about getting a tarp out and just kind of settling underneath the tarp for a little while till it stops raining. There's Yost Run down there. I thought we were going to be down near the level of it, but the trail is following the ridge on this side. And so that makes me wonder how long it would be before we find any sort of suitable camping area, because this is impossible right here. I ate some crackers and also a packet of lemon pepper tuna, and mixed up a liquid IV in the empty Powerade bottle. So, got a little food in me, and I guess now I'm gonna climb through there to the other side and then pull my backpack through. What to do with the tarp though, now that it's all wet? I mean, it's gotta, I could, you know, kind of wipe it off, I guess, and fold it up with the inside, right, with the dry side out, and put it back in my pack. Or I could maybe figure out a way to strap it to the outside of my pack, maybe with the help of those bungee cords. Figure something out and get back on the trail. I'm pretty sure that most of this leafy stuff that you see right here, that has the little kind of yellowish, you know, whatever that is, weedy looking stuff in there. Pretty sure that's stinging nettle. There's a lot of it in Pennsylvania, and sometimes it grows wild in some areas. So look how we have to pass through it. Now, it's called that because when the oils from this plant get on your skin, it stings. And I don't think it leaves a rash or any permanent damage, but I believe it stings for like 15 minutes. And stings pretty bad. Burns. I've never experienced it myself, but I think that's what all this is here. So if you had to do this trail and you're wearing shorts, you know, I mean, all you can do is just charge through it and suffer, right? And until you get to the end of it. So that's another reason I always wear pants. But the stuff here is up along the side as well, you know, so I got to worry about my bare arms. Hopefully I'll do all right. Well, I don't feel blisters forming in those two spots where I applied the moleskin, so it seems to be working pretty well. Oh boy, this has been some tough hiking. We want to go that way, straight ahead. As you can see, got a bit of a problem. Look at the size of this monster. Look, it broke off of that trunk there. Can you imagine if you witnessed it coming down? Wow. And look at the size of this behemoth. Way down there. I think the only way to do it is to try to go up there. I'm gonna have to scramble up there somehow. Maybe I could take my pack off and get it on the other side of this monster, and then go up there unencumbered. In fact, I might even want to, I see that branch right there. It looks like I'd have to go under. Maybe I'll take my pack up a little ways until I can clear that little branch and get it on the other side of that. And then go up there and go around that stuff. And then come down and get my pack. Let's see if that works. Okay. I managed to get up here without taking my pack off. I'm up to this part, so I think I can get over this, and then I got to get down there somehow. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Well, coming down the other side from that was not without incident. First, before I started, I noticed that both of my shoes were untied. So, took a moment to fix that. And then started down that embankment, and somewhere there, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I slid. There was a slippery spot. I kind of slid with one foot, try to stop myself, get my bearings with the other. You know, several failed attempts at regaining my footing finally resulted in me falling. I guess I managed to turn my body so that I fell, on my back against my pack, and then I might have rolled over a little bit. I don't really remember, but not hurt or anything. I just figured I'd probably got all muddy. I don't know, muddy on the back of the pack. Who knows? But anyway, back down to the trail, and phew, I'm telling you, this stretch is really rough. It's not what I expected at all. I thought we were going to descend, 1,000, 1,100 feet, get down to, get down alongside Yost Run, and then just walk up, fairly simple trail up alongside it, which would have been lovely. But no, this is along the ridge on one side, and it's up and down, and it's there are a lot of hidden rocks. One reason I say feel every step is that any step could contain a surprise, right? There could be a surprise waiting for you with any step, so you want to be ready for it. And I got like 20 surprises back there. There was a rock where I didn't expect there to be one, or there's some overgrowth and I couldn't see what I was stepping into in the first place. It's been rough through here, really rough. But let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at these really pretty flowers here, growing just on both sides of this little runoff stream here, in kind of a shady area, I guess. Kind of cool looking. They almost look like they're growing right in the stream bed too. And up there, pretty cool. Anybody know what kind of flower that is? Okay. Please don't let me slip on these rocks here. I'm just not in the mood for it. And my glasses keep fogging up every time I try to put them on, so I guess that's hopeless. Whew. To be honest, the period of rain, our rain delay, was pleasant enough. I would like to have been able to just sit in a chair and listen to the rain, or listen to Yost run below and the rain, and I'm having technical troubles trying to put my glasses in this side pouch here. But I haven't gotten testy. This hike has been fraught with a lot of surprises. Right out of the gate, we couldn't find the trail that we were supposed to get onto, so we went with Plan B, walk down the road. So the whole hike has been sort of, expect the unexpected, but it's still been nice. And I was hoping for something more pleasant, but it's, like I say, it hasn't gotten to me. So that's good. That's good. Because what are we out here for? To get all aggravated? No. Out here to enjoy ourselves, have a great time, and live life. OD on the trail. ODing on life. That may not look like much, but it is across the trail, and it's not a downed branch. It's alive. It's part of that root system over there. So wide you can't get around it, so low you can't get under it. So high you can't get over it. So high you can't hit those notes. Actually, maybe we can go over it because it looks like, yeah, it's flexible enough. We can push it down enough to just do this. Here we go. Just another weird surprise on this stretch of the Chuck Keiper Trail. This stretch is tough. I thought that the part coming down here to Yost Run, that would be the toughest because of the descent. That wasn't really too bad. But then, now that we go alongside Yost Run, holy crap. So many rocks. I've gone through 16 spider webs, which I don't really expect this time of day, you know. I expect that early in the morning. One web had either some big bug dead in it or a big black spider, I'm not sure which. But it's all around my head as I'm trying to, in the aftermath of hitting the web. Oh, God. Something else. And I'm still in good spirits. So, hey, that's good. There's Yost Run way down there, taunting us with its delicious fresh water, impossible to get to. Chuck Keiper, did you build this trail? Or even worse, design it, but let someone else build it while you just sat back and laughed? Oh, man. What kind of a fiendish person routes a trail along here in this manner? It's crazy. And it's got to be really, really hard to maintain. There's a couple of really big trees that have fallen across it. Like that one where, you know, I had to go up the hillside. And it's got to be tough to get, you know, get a saw out here. I guess you have to hike all the way out here and then, you know, cut the part away that's blocking the trail. So, I don't know how often they do it. I'm afraid my left foot is not stable enough there. Some of these rocks are all shifty. Got both feet there. Where am I gonna step? Can't step on that thing. It's all slanted. Maybe kind of stuck. The weird surprises are never ending, and this is really slippery here, this thing. That branch is no good. Okay, I'm gonna have to, and all these rocks can shift, so they can all slide out from under me. I'm gonna have to come up here with both feet, I think. Get into the vegetation a little bit. There we go. And then down here, so I'm on top of that slanted rock that you can't step on. And, okay, there we go. And here's a tangle of branches that I gotta get my feet over somehow. Because of all the wet vegetation, the calves of my pants are soaked. My shoes and socks are soaked. I don't know what percentage is water and what percentage is sweat with regard to my feet, but Great gobs of goose grease. Whew. And this is very, very steep right here. Okay, there we go. This trail is off the chain. Let's take another look at Yost Run. Well, we can't really see it. It's very dark down there. Won't be long before the sun dips down over that ridge, which is very high. The ridge on that side, look how high that is. Wow. Thought the maximum elevation around here was around 2,200 feet. And that looks more than 1,000 feet above us. So, and we shouldn't be, I think the creek is probably at the level of 1,100 feet. So I think we're probably up, 1,400 or so. So that opposite ridge looks a lot higher than it ought to be. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Oh my goodness. We're actually down close to Yost Run. Close enough that if we were determined, oh, are we going to come right down beside it? Oh, looks like we are here. We're continuing to go down. Let's not slip. The trail is still weird. Oh, look at this. We're coming right down beside it, aren't we? Whew. Oh, froggy, froggy. Okay, we're actually down where we can get to the water. That's good water too. So yes, we can definitely fill up our flask here. Good, good. And then I need to ask myself, if I want to try to camp here-ish. So let me get my water filled up and think about this a little bit. Well, I didn't like the other spot too much for camping. But, so I continued on, and there was a very steep climb down there someplace. Trail went up along the hillside. And then, it's almost impossible to see, but it comes down like so. And then it continues on that way. But over here to the right of the trail and close to, we come right back up alongside Yost Run. And here is a beautiful spot with a fire pit already. A couple of rock chairs. Check that out. It's a chair with a back. And there's another one right here. 2 chairs. Isn't that cute? So, this looks pretty good. So, first things first, I'm gonna get a fire going there. The rocks that are in the middle of the pit there, I put them there. And so I'm gonna try to build a fire on top of the rocks rather than on the, wet earth and leaves there. So that's the first order of business. And yeah, and we got other things to do too. This looks great. Just thinking about where I'm gonna put my tent also. And also got to think about where to hang my food bag when the time comes for that. Broken tent stake. Guess we can pack that out in our trash. It's the old cotton ball soaked in petroleum jelly trick. I've got 6 of them here. Cotton ball. Let's see how we do. Got the lighter here somewhere. Well, let's find a tree and get the line hung for our food bag. I think there might be a suitable one down here. So this is down in the direction of the trail that we'll be taking in the morning. And let's see, just off the trail to the right here. Yeah, I think maybe that branch will do. Let's try it. Okay, so bag with paracord in it, carabiner attached. We're going to take the cord out, put the rock in the bag, close that up, and then one end's a regular end, the other end has a loop. There's the loop end, so we will attach it to the carabiner, and then we just try to throw the rock over the branch, and that'll be good for the time being. Alright, I think that's good. And my shoe came untied. And the fire's probably out. I would like for that to have been a thicker branch and stuck out a little farther. But I think it'll do. So, back to camp. Probably have to get the fire going again. So we'll go back there whenever we're done eating for the night and ready to put all our food and anything else that's sort of aromatic up for the night. Well, this will be my last attempt at getting a fire going. I think maybe on the first attempt, if I had stayed with it and tended it and made sure that I built it up, we'd probably be all right by now. But I was sort of distracted and had other things on the to-do list, and I started on those, and I probably shouldn't have. So I had 6 of those cotton balls, and I just lit the 6th one. So that's our last try here. I can't get it going this time. We're not going to have a fire.